We're reading The Lost Prince by Rebbe Nachman. We're on chapter 1, part 4. At night, she went to her room. In the room, no one knew where she was. Her father was very upset, and he went here and there looking for her. The lack of perception of God is alluded to in the darkness that existed at the time of the beginning of creation. Thus, Rashi points out that God's name is not associated with darkness. The Torah therefore says, "Darkness he, not God, named night." It is significant that the expression that no good is used here. The 10 sayings of creation represent the 10 sefirot. Then the 11th saying of creation begins with no good. It is no good for man to be alone. This represents the realm of the klipa, which is below the 10 sefirot. The original vessels consisted of the lower sefirot, corresponding to the days of the week. Since the vessel, which is the feminine element, malchut, was shattered, we would expect that the feminine element of each day would be damaged. Indeed, darkness and night are the feminine element of the first day, and God would not associate his name with them. On the second day, the lower waters wept. On the third day, the fruit, the feminine, did not extend its taste to the entire tree. On the fourth day, Hashem reduced the moon, which also represents Malchut. On the fifth day, the female Leviathan was killed. Finally, on the sixth day, it was Eve who was the first tempted to sin. The exile of Malchut to the realm of evil was later reflected in the exile of the Shekhinah with the destruction of the Beis HaMikdash. It was also reflected in the fact that the Holy Land was occupied by other nations. The fact that the feminine element is trapped in the realm of evil is also represented later by the fact that the wives of the patriarchs were taken by the Philistines. This was true of both Sarah and Rivka. It is also reflected by the fact that King David, who represented Malchut, originated from an act of incest. After his ancestor Lot left Sodom, David was the descendant of Moab, who was born from the legion between Lot and his daughter. The Midrash thus says, "Where did Hashem find David? In Sodom." At night. Night is seen as the time when the forces of evil have power. The shattering of the vessels took place during the original darkness that existed in the beginning of creation. No one knew. At the time of creation, Malchut left the universe of Atzilut, closeness, which is the universe of the Sefirot, and entered Bria, creation, the universe of the throne. This, however, is also the realm of the Klipa, upset. It is thus written, "For a short moment I abandoned you, but the infinite kindness I will have compassion on you." God also said, "Bring an atonement for me, because I reduced the moon." The Talmud also teaches that Hashem said, "I am with him in trouble," and that God mourns the destruction of the temple. And also, Hashem weeps because of exile. The concept is that Hashem created the world to do good. However, in order to give free will, Hashem had to create evil. As discussed earlier, moreover, in order to maximize man's reward, Hashem made the challenges as great as possible. Thus would mean that those who passed the test would have the maximal reward, but it also meant that many others would fail. Since Hashem's purpose would not be realized through these people, Hashem is said to grieve. It is thus written, Hashem regretted that he made man on earth. He grieved in his heart. Thank you.